Hi guys, it's the Fly for Doctor. Today I want to talk about swollen legs, swollen ankles, swollen feet. So some patients will come to the clinic and say, hey, beginning of the day, I wake up in the morning, my legs are not as swollen, my ankles are not as swollen, my feet are not as swollen. But by the end of the day, after I've been working, I've been standing on it, then it starts to swell. You can see some color changes, my skin color is changing and all of that stuff. A lot of the times it's because of vein problems. So let me show you what's happening when you're having those swellings, especially at the end of the day, or if you've not been elevating your foot as much as you're supposed to. One of the first few things that we should understand is that our veins and our arteries are like plumbing. They're like they're vessels, and they are plumbing to like a body as plumbing is into the house. And so, in some plumbing, there's valves. If you don't know much about this, maybe, Google will kind of help to kind of explain it. Just kind of look at what valves are in pipes and things like that. And so valves typically will prevent fluid from going one direction or the other. So this should kind of help you when I talk about this picture in the next clip. So in a normal veins usually take blood from down in your limbs and your hands back up to your heart. That's what this big red arrow is showing. The blood goes right back up. And these are the valves. This little blue leaflets are the valves. And so what happens is once the heart pumps, as it's coming down in the artery, it's going back up through the veins. Once the blood passes through, the valves are supposed to close and thereby prevent this blood from coming back out and filling the veins. But in venous insufficiency or varicose veins, look how the valves just never close back up. So you have blood that's going back up and coming back down. And so you have blood that's pooling or just gathering right around these between the valves, causing the vein itself to be swollen and look, wiggly like in varicose veins. But for people who have swollen legs, these veins are not just the superficial varicose veins that you can see. These are the much deeper veins. And that is why at the end of the day, after you've been standing, gravity has been having an effect on you, or you've been sitting with your legs hanging, all that blood kind of pulls back in your legs and your legs are swollen. You can press your leg, the skin, or your ankle and your foot, and you can leave an indentation in there because, again, all that fluid is just hanging around there. Another thing that you can notice is that sometimes you start to have skin changes, the color changes, you may not have as much hair growth and things like that. So this is the reason why the one most important thing that you can do to help avoid this is to wear compression socks, especially if you're standing, if you're walking around, or if you're going to be on your feet, wear your compression socks. These will help to close those valves from the outside in, and when the blood tries to pull back down to your lower extremity, your legs, your ankles, or your feet, it will not allow it to happen, and the swelling will go down over time. Let me know if you have more questions.